Hey peeps, it's Iriador again, and I'm taking out the last and final uh, blocks of the outline here. So it is all covered with water. I have tested the farm quite a bit already. So far it's not super efficient. We have some problem, I think, with 1.7.2. Because as far as I'm concerned, I think it has some problems with mob despawning. I don't know if that's our fault, that some farm of ours is just, not working very good, or well, if it's a real problem of the game. But right now, I'm kinda thinking that it might be the game itself. So far, when the farm is running, then it runs pretty good. I could probably agree with the 8,000 items per hour thing that JL was stating. But to be honest, I don't think that on a multiplayer server you can reach that all the time. Well, you can. To be honest, you can of course not reach it all the time, but even then, even with just a few players on, it decreases really quite a lot. So technically, you have to do it like maybe with the most gold farms out there. When you're playing on a SMP, you have to camp on the site. Yeah, and stand there pretty much for a bunch of hours to get a decent amount. So far, I camped like I think 4 hours or so, and got myself a stack of glowstone, not glowstone dust, but glowstone. So that's not that much. I think I have to AFK here quite some time more. But the problem is that we have players from all kinds of time zones on the Aurora server. So which is generally a good thing, because you have always someone to play with. But the downside of it is that the mobs, or the mob farms that are working like this, well, they are pretty much out of the race now. As far as I know, Gunners also has a record farm with creepers, and unfortunately creepers don't despawn on daylight. So, well, they do despawn after a while, but not as long as a player is in the region, kind of. Well, I don't know exactly what the problem is. I couldn't figure it out by myself so far, but I didn't really give it much thought so far. So I think it might solve itself at some time, but yeah. So far, the witch farm isn't really well performing to my expectations, let's say. I was kinda hoping that it would perform better. Also, these down in the ground there are these slimes. I have quite a bunch of slime chunks, as I figured out later. And they are pretty pesky because they seem to spawn at incredible light levels in the swamp, at least. I have torched the place like crazy, and they are still spawning like crazy. No, but they are in the region like 4 or 5 of them constantly, which of course impacts the witch farm kind of. Yeah, but my hope is still that that I can fix that. I was sliding up the place crazily, like 10 torches in a block range of 10 or so, which is pretty much insane. But it's the only way I can find now to get rid of them. I'm just collecting here a bunch of torches so they don't despawn. I should have collected them before, maybe. But yeah. Yeah. Today I'm gonna build the item sorting system, I think. I just made the made the platform with the hoppers where the items land on, like the collection system, you could say probably. Like Dog M with the cake and the flowers and stuff and the ice under it. Works pretty decent so far. But the load isn't much, so I guess to test it out for real, the efficiency must be increased. But as to this point, I cannot really say how I should do that. I could increase the perimeter, but I don't think the problem is the perimeter because the perimeter is pretty good lit up. There are really few spawns in the area, and the few spawns that are there are mostly, you know, 2 or 3 slimes, and the rest of them is mainly just a bunch of, I don't know, squids in the area, and you cannot help that really. As far as I know, there is no way to prevent squids from spawning. So yeah, I'm pretty much at the limit of what is to be done there. Still, I'm quite happy to got it done. And it yields quite a bit of material still. Like gunpowder and sticks and redstone is very good, but the glowstone is in comparison it pales a bit. I think glowstone is also one of the more meager drops from the witches, but I'm not 100% sure about that. I would have to check out the wiki. But yeah, that's that. Other than that, I finally got around to check out Starbound. Came out this Thursday, I think, on the 4th. Now it's the 7th of December. Yeah, quite appealing to me. But I think it needs a little more. It needs a little more, you know, shine or polish. Because it feels a bit ungainly. I don't know how you say that. When the gameplay is not yet at the perfection, you know. It feels still a bit stiff sometimes. Not with Terraria, where we had a lot of movement options. Especially in the later the game got, the more you could move. This is a bit lacking in Starbound, I find. For example, there is no hooks so far as I can tell, and they were really good improvement on Terraria, when you could practically hang on the ceiling. But yeah, I think it will still get quite some progress. It's just come out, or not even come out, it's the beta phase as far as I know. So, well, let's wait and see where it goes. I also play Terraria from time to time, especially since they brought out the last patch, which I didn't play much until now. I was kind of starting a new character and stuff like that. Yeah, which is also cutting into my Minecraft time, for example. Which might not be the most appealing to you guys. But yeah, as you can see, the witch farm progressed still, and it's quite done so far. The only thing that is missing is the item sorting and the overflow system. Overflow system for when, you know, the chests are completely full, and with the sticks there is a good chance that this happens, and with the other materials maybe too, but the glowstone I don't think that it needs an overflow system, because that is the most requested resource, I think, because people are, well, not always wanting to go into the nether and, you know, hunker down to some tunnel or even up on the ceiling. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, we got an Enderman farm. That's why I have so many Ender pearls here. And while I was caving, I found some saddles too. And we got a new crew member. Oh! Holy! That was perfect aim. Perfect. Right into the creeper. Oh man. Well, yeah, we never ever gonna do that again. Holy. that was now I'm awake. Oh jeez. Yeah. Where was I? That completely took me off in the most yeah meaning of the word. Um, yeah, whatever. This one here. This is a new guy. I don't know if I already told you, but this is Riven. It's a black horse. It has not much health, but it is a pretty good jumper, and he's quite fast too. At least you can get around on that one. He has also some more of his family back there in the prairie. And I consider of getting some more and to breed myself a perfect horse, or well, a better horse. But well, first I have to build some stables because this is very very preliminary. So oh, don't go in there. Yeah, then let's do it like that. And yep. Oh, and this bug, I hate that so much. When you appear just outside of the boundary and everything, that sucks so much. There's also something like that on the witch farm, which isn't very good. Not the witch farm, the Enderman farm, and the thing that is not very good is not the farm itself, but the transportation system there, because it's at least not for this version, because it sits kinda on the wall, and when you leave the cart and that bug happens, well, you're falling into the void, which isn't that nice, I think you can follow. Okay, yeah, but let me show you what I did. Let's just get that stuff in here real quick. This is I'm not 100%. Let me just get some order in here and then I'll show you what I did. Alright, and I'm back again down here in the collection area. I just may set up a chest to keep that from overflowing, and set up a bed too, because some people are trying to skip the night. That is to keep track of what daytime it is. I got an ender chest down here, and that is the collection thing. And just a second ago they were dropping. No, they aren't, of course not. I could have shown you that. Damn it. Yeah. It's middle of the day. Why are they not dropping? Whatever. As you can see here, there is one entity. There is one. So it's really not many. The 44 are the chickens and the cows and most likely the squids combined. So yeah. It's not much to be done. But down here, I want to set up the collection system, or the sorting system. Here is a hopper that is leading into this chest. We will change that so that it flows down, and then yeah, we will set up an area down here with all the chests, and for each ingredient, an own chest, and of course an overflow system where all the other stuff ends up. That is coming into the system. Yeah. So I already prepared some stuff here. I have to make quite some more hoppers, I think, because 6 won't get me anywhere here. Also some pistons most likely, but yeah, I got redstone and sticks down here, so I think I'm pretty much prepared. I also have my silk touch and yeah, a whole bunch of comparators and stuff like that too. Yeah. So I think I'll get going and show you later when I'm, well, a bit farther ahead or done with the system. Hey people! Before I wanted to start the item sorting, I wanted to show you everything from up here. Look at that! Water, water, and nothing but that. I can't even see most of the endings here. I can see that, but only because I started from a little before of the witch farm, and they are not in the area that needs to be lighted. So yeah, looks kind of funny. I found almost like an ocean biome with really nothing in it. But yeah, let's get back to work then. Hello. Guess who's here? I tell you what, the witch farm, it is done. Believe it or not, it is done. Let's take a quick look. I just disabled it. It still says work in progress, but technically it is done. There is some, like prettying it up and stuff like that, but that's just piece of cake. So, but already you can see I have been working down here. I made here kind of a viewing zone to see the witches drop, when they drop. For whatever reason, whenever I start recording, they don't. Well, just for the first time I did that. Yeah, this is the way up, back to the surface via the ladder here. Down, you can use the drop shaft. And yeah, there is a staircase leading down. Ta-da! As you can see, I finished the item sorting and the overflow system too, which is this here. I can show you real quick how this is done. Basically, it uses the regular item sorting principle. We have hoppers streaming the items over the filter hoppers, and they have a comparator here, and they compare the signal with whatever results of this little mechanic here. I cannot explain you in detail. But so far, the cap is 6. Whatever goes above 6 will be sorted in here, and then ends up in the chest, or in those chests. For the hoppers are faster in picking up than the chests, so they technically always get into the hoppers first, so that's why the lowermost fills up before the upper ones do. This here is the setup I copied from JL24. Oh, sorry, JL. Forgot how it was going. I think 79. Oh, never mind. I think he will forgive me. But yeah. This is it. DocM used the same principle. I just was using the reference he put out because he was saying, hey, JL did that in the video, and linked it in the description. I will do that too. This is, yeah, a very, very fitting design. One thing is, I kind of had problems with the first slot because items weren't filled for whatever reason. I just set it one to the left, and then it all worked all of a sudden. Maybe because there was a hopper above, and it somehow messed up the system. I don't know why. Also, I had to put this little block here down with the torch, because obviously this one needs it. Because then the block is extending downwards, and when this happens, this here gets powered, and I don't know. I really don't understand it. I just build it, but I'll try to understand it at some point. But yeah, this is it. Let's close that off again. And yeah, as you can see, it works pretty decent already. I just put all the stuff in here that was floating down so far. This one is, like I said, the waste bin, or the overflow chests. Whenever one of them three is full, and to prevent items from getting stuck, it will end up in those chests here. Also, items that do not fit into these categories will end up here, like building blocks and stuff. So yeah, made a small area here for food and, well, a crafting bench and an ender chest over this side, and as well as a bed over here. Put also down some clocks, because it's kind of nice when you're underground to have some orientation what daytime it is. I really want to make a portal here to be able for people not to get up to the surface all the time. They just can take the nether tunnel and go hop right into the portal and come out here. I think that is much more practical, because the only one who is using really the the way up is me, because my base is up there, and I think I will remain in that place even. But I have to think about the design or something. Also, I kind of want to pretty this place up a bit still. It looks a bit dull, but yeah, it's at least it's covered, you know, like, and it's lit up. The torches will maybe be replaced by some glowstone once the once the intake is sufficient. I hope that this will be the case soon. So yeah, I hope this works out so far. And now I should take care of, well, first I will perfect this all and put a portal down here, and after that I will work on the nether tunnel, on the entrance, and then the exit of it. So yeah, see you later.